The UFL semifinals are on VFN. Welcome to Dallas, Texas, the number 2 seed here in the Great East Conference. They take on Cincinnati. Now these two teams, Dallas, they have loved home cooking, and they get a chance to go to the UFL championship from here at home. Meanwhile, the Cincinnati Vultures, the comeback kids, Cardiac Cincinnati, came all the way back from an 18-3 deficit last week, looking for a stronger start, if not a win here on the road. Good evening, folks. I'm Tyler Falk. Glad to have you with us here for UFL semifinals. I'm alongside UFL co-founder and broadcast partner for the evening, Cam Irvine. Cam, we've got a good one to start out semifinal Tuesday.
Oh man, Tyler, could not be more excited to be here with you in the booth. Won't be calling the championship. That honor belongs to you and many others here on our crew. But here tonight in Big D, we should have a great matchup. Who's going to represent the East? We'll find out.
And we are underway. The opening kickoff will be taken back down to the end zone, down for a touchback, and that will see the Dallas Talon offense, led by Cameron Duty, out for his first possession under center. It's the early pitch to the near side, but cleaned up rather quickly right at the line of scrimmage. Let's talk about this Talons offense. Cam, what can you tell them about these guys?
Rashad Lockley is going to be your deep field threat, and Cincinnati's got to figure out how to contain him. They figured out how to contain New York's stellar weapons last week in that win, giving up just 18 points and 1 offensive touchdown. They're going to have a valiant effort today against him. But don't forget about Neil Rivers, Travius James. This Dallas team is explosive.
This Dallas Talon team went on a final 7-play, 75-yard drive to come away with the victory after Milwaukee came back. Speaking of comebacks, here is that Vulture defense that really stood their ground last week, Cam.
They are the comeback kings, led by Robert Brady Jr. He was spectacular in the game last week. 16 total tackles. He had a fumble recovery, had a half a sack. He had 4 tackles for losses. He's everywhere, along with Naisha Ingram and Nathan Brady as well on this defense. He is fun to watch.
Early third down test here for the Talons, looking to go left side, right into the awaiting arms of the corner, Cornell Spencer of Cincinnati, and it falls incomplete, and it's an early 3-and-out forced by the Vultures defense.
A good start for the Vultures, Tyler, because step for step with Rashad Lockley is Cornell Spencer, and at 6'4", 212, Cornell Spencer is a unicorn on this Cincinnati team, along with Pearson Pierce on the outside, 6'4", 207. This Cincinnati team is small, except at the cornerback position. They have the advantage over the 5'11", 214 Lockley today.
And a good start for Cincinnati's defense here on the road against a Dallas team who's top 10 in the league when it comes to converting on third downs. While meanwhile, Cincinnati, meanwhile, on defense gives up some of the most third downs on defense, and a good run to begin the drive here for the Vultures. That's Al Ingram III, and he gets the stuff going with a 7-yard run.
Jarek Briggs had 10 tackles last week, unclaimed defensive lineman, Tyler, on that line. He just missed that tackle on Ingram, who only got 8 carries because Cincinnati was trailing much of the day.
Makchima gonna air it out near side to the sideline, a pretty pass. That one floated in there for a good catch on the corner route, and we'll take a look at the rest of their offense already nearing the red zone.
They're actually ruling that incomplete, Tyler, which I'm shocked about, but Warren Murray is the red zone threat on this Cincinnati team. T-Roy Gaines may have not had exactly the highest volume season at tight end for Cincinnati, but they looked his way early and often in this very balanced attack.
It did look close, 3rd and 3. Chiba pumps, now another shot, this one well out of the reach of the intended target. That down for an incomplete. Both defenses, Cam, stepping up early, forcing 2 quick 3-and-outs.
Makchima looking like Uncle Rico on that play. He watched me throw that steak over the mountains and just overthrew his receiver deep. And listen, man, these 2 teams have been through a lot this season. Both have combined for 12 losses. It's not like these teams are unbeatable, and both are probably very nervous here in this game a little bit. We see that out of both offenses, just a little bit shaky out of the gates, but we reset things now with Cameron Duty on the 20.
And these two teams did face off against each other back on May 21st, and it was a low-scoring game, 14-6, when Dallas held Cincinnati on a 4th and goal stop. So these two teams are not a stranger for these defensive slugfests. And we'll go again, play action for duty. That one over the middle, good catch and run, finding the tight end, Charlie Elliott, all the way past the 40-yard line.
Elliott in a 2 tight end set picks up 22, and I like what Paige Fox said in the chat. 2 birds, 1 thrown. Who's going to rise to the top between the Vultures and the Talons here in the Great East? That is great marketing, Paige.
Absolutely, and the big question there on that line is where was the coverage? All playing close to the line, that cover 2 look, freeing open the middle for Elliott. Birds are flying all over the field at the moment. First down of the ball game from Elliott as we go back to this 2 tight end look, single back gaze formation. And they'll go to the ground traditionally now up through the middle, and only a minimal gain. And it'll only be a gain of 2.
James is your UFL record holder for most rushing yards in a game this season. That was 271 against Wichita just on August the 12th, just a couple months ago. Got to find him in all phases.
Seeing a lot of play action. A cannon from Duty, left side, wide open. Lockley is there, our first points of the semifinals.
A 56-yarder, that's what Dallas does. Rashad Lockley takes the top off the defense. You cannot lose him. Spencer lost him off the line, and Lockley, as he has so often done this season, scores on an explosive play. Cincinnati does not get in a lot of shootouts with a lot of teams, but Dallas can. They put up 50 in that game against Wichita. Their offense can make it a shootout at any point. 40 against Rochester in the wild card round, 30 against Milwaukee last week, 38 against Los Angeles, who's still in the playoffs on the west side. Dallas, a tough team to keep down, and they get the first strike of the day 3 minutes into the ball game.
8th touchdown of the season for Rashad Lockley. Already leads the team by quite a margin now with over 1,500 receiving yards on the season. Maybe looking at an all-star appearance or maybe even league MVP honors the way he's been playing this season. That's our first touchdown, first couple of UFL bingo or Yugo numbers tonight. Make sure to join the UFL Discord to get your Yugo cards as we are back and underway. Now a chance here for the Vultures to respond. And it's a short gain. They'll get him all the way back to the 25, right where he would have been had he just taken a knee back in the end zone.
And this week is a great week to play Yugo, Tyler, because with every number that you get on your best card, that's a point. You could end up with 15 numbers on your card. That's 15 points. That could be on top of the Yugos you win, and it might not be supporting your player or supporting your team, but it might be cheering on whoever makes the championship game, trying to help them get a win as well.
Shima's pass near side into tightly contested coverage. Sheldon Hastings knocks that one away, and we take a look at the rest of those Talons on defense.
Brian Van Holten is a menace, but we mentioned Jarek Briggs was outstanding last week on the defensive front as well for Dallas. Frank Bernstein and Corin Foxworth in the back are ones to watch. But man, last week it was Briggs and Van Holten combining for 17 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, and a forced fumble.
Four-man rush here on second down. That floater is incomplete. Oh my goodness, Jordan Palmer nearly had it.
Chima's got to settle down. It's almost like he's trying to win the game all right here on this possession. Yes, Rashad Lockley scored. Yes, he does that all the time, but Mac needs to relax on 3rd and 10.
He still thinks he's in comeback mode. Pass right side, that's caught. It'll be a couple yards short of the sticks. Mac Green gets 8 yards, needed 10.
And that's a good point, Tyler. I mean, it's fight or flight out here. Chima now 1 of 5 for 8 yards, but Cincinnati, it almost feels like they are destined to trail early on in a ball game, and it hasn't necessarily been their offense's fault, but they're certainly not contributing in the way that they need to, putting a lot of onus on this defense as Dallas tries to run downhill in the early moments of this one. And hey, against Cincinnati, you need all the separation you can get.
Brennan Davis's punt is going to bounce just to the end zone. Almost got it tapped down before the goal line, but Dallas going to come out on their own 20-yard line. It was a cannon of a throw from Duty to find Lockley for the opening points. Now do they settle down, or do they keep trying to take the top off this thing, Cam?
And if I was Dallas, I'd want to be as aggressive as possible, play the odds here.
Pitch near side, and James can't get around because of the coverage on the outside. Pierce was able to get off his block from one of the wideouts and get into the backfield. Take a look at this.
And you could see Cincinnati was sending 3 players down that side of the field, including Robert Brady Jr. Pierce, the one able to make the tackle, but they have remarkable closing speed, very fast team on defense. They can sometimes give up a lot of holes or a lot of big plays with some wrong guesses like we saw earlier tonight, but man, they can fly to the football.
That's a loss of 3. It brings now 2nd and 13. Play action from Duty. Stepping back, and stepping into a sack that they rolled down before the ball came out. Nigel McDade gets home. Another loss, back-to-back losses from this Cincinnati defense.
McDade, 6'3", 288 in his 6th season in his prime on this defensive line for Cincinnati. They won't want to lose him in the offseason, as Duty tried to pretend that he was throwing that one away. But McDade able to get in the backfield. You could see Neil Rivers kind of on the ground as he was in there for pass protection. Got a big fistful of nothing there as Cincinnati forces a 3rd and long.
Dangerous formation backed up in their own end zone. Duty still there, able to get it out to the man underneath. Gets out of a couple tackles, can't get back to the original line of scrimmage. And down go the Talons on 3 downs. Good stand from this Vulture defense.
Pretty good play call there from Dallas. If you trust that your offensive front is not going to have another breakdown like they did on the last play, you're just trying to get out of the shadow of your own end zone. There's not a lot in the playbook for 3rd and 24, and you're already up 7-0. You live to fight another day and trust that defense.
And so we'll see another punt from Trey Strong here for the Talons back at his own 5-yard line. These punters in the UFL do have a cannon of a leg themselves, and this one almost going to pin Cincinnati back at their own 20, but Thomas gets a good return of 14 up to the 28-yard line. And that is where the Vultures will take the field. Slow going from this offense. Shima and company still trying to figure this out. They're testing the air a lot against Dallas here to begin this ball game. We'll see what happens here on this ensuing drive. Chima will throw to opening the drive. That one finding an open man over the middle. They'll say he's just a yard short, but good play call nonetheless.
Warren Murray picking up 9. We're used to seeing him score touchdowns in the red zone, but he can also be a chain mover for this Vultures offense. That's back-to-back completions for Chima as he tries to get things moving.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a read option, and Chima's got some space on the other side. Oh, he lost the football, and Dallas recover, and there's no one in front of him. Back the other way, Kaorin Foxworth. Touchdown, Talons!
And look at Foxworth with the celebration, with the Talons celebration, and just an unbelievably tragic play for Mac Chima. He had 2 fumbles last week against New York, but the last thing that you want to do against this Dallas bunch is give them opportunities at explosive plays. Jordan Palmer with the forced fumble at free safety, and now it's quickly 13-0, and Cincinnati's probably saying, we got him right where we want him.
Already in this first quarter, Dallas have equaled the same amount of points they had against this team earlier in the season. They don't look like they are stopping just yet. Extra point pending now here from Corey Ruth. Snap spot, the kick is up, and it is good. 14-0 your score with 5:41 left to go in the first quarter.
And it's going to be interesting in this offseason to watch how these teams improve, watch how these players progress. Mac Chima, bit of a fumbling issue. You're looking at carrying as the attribute that you want to boost in that situation. If you are a quarterback that has the ability to take off and run, Chima has really struggled with ball security over the past, frankly, all season long. But in the biggest of moments, And that could be the difference in Cincinnati's season right there, as Chima coughs it up and Dallas's defense makes a terrific play. They're out by 2 scores early.
Here comes the return all the way up to the 25-yard line from Pierce. And Vultures in a bit of a hole right now, still early in the football game. A couple of mistakes, a couple of misexecuted plays have led to this, but they're no stranger from making their way back into it. As we mentioned a couple of times at the moment, you can see right there, only 14 yards rushing. They're looking for more here.
I like that they're getting Al Ingram involved in the run game early, even though they're only down even though they're already down 14-0. You cannot put all of it on Mac Chima and this passing attack. You've got to continue to stay true to yourselves, and this is a very balanced offense.
One-man rush, Chima, middle, caught, first down and more, up to the 38-yard line. Go the Vultures as Chima's able to connect with Freddie Grady.
I think Mac Chima on that catch, 5'5", 164. He's a little speedster, and just makes a great play out of the slot.
Pass middle, run middle, Ingram the third, up to the 39-yard line. Only a game of 1, the Talons defense showing their talons at the moment.
And going back to Mac Chima, you know, every player gets graded in every skill. He's just a 68 carry. He has improved by 10 this season, but it's been a long season, and 68 is still a risk.
Little dig route to the outside. Good catch and run. Well into Talon territory, up to the 43-yard line for Warren Murray.
Love what I'm seeing out of Chima here. Started 0 for 4, also had a fumble. He's completed his last 4 passes. And the good news for Cincinnati is that all 4 of his completions are to wide open receivers. So Cincinnati is finding some gaps in this Dallas defense that played great for 3 quarters last week against Milwaukee, and then the wheels almost fell off as the Stags came back from 10 down in the 4th to tie. Fortunately for Dallas, their offense had one more game-winning drive in them.
Chima looking a little bit more composed on this drive. Gets rid of it. No, near side, caught inside the 30. Beleth Thomas pulls that one in, and the Vultures continue to march down this field.
Now they just need gains to get involved. Murray, Thomas, Green, all the usual suspects in this passing attack. Big number 35 tight end on the left.
Screenplay is caught for Ingram. He could barely get out in time. Chima had to get rid of the ball quickly. The defenders were in his face.
A little midline screen there, not too shabby, but a nice play to clog it up. Herschel Beasley in there to make the stop.
The safety creeping down the near side. He's sent on a blitz. Chima, can he be picked up? No! Beautiful play call from Dallas as the Talons send home Bernstein.
Bernstein with the hit, and a beautiful blitz at that. I mean, you can't really fault the offensive line. They just didn't have enough bodies over there to make that play. That is an exceptional play from Bernstein coming around the end, and he has already had a couple of sacks this season, so not abnormal to see him rush the passer.
Bunch near side after the loss of 5 on 2nd down. Chima, middle open, it is caught and dropped. Thomas nearly had it, but the defender knocks it free.
Oh, well, for Cincinnati, that's a little disappointing. It'd be a 50-yard field goal from here, which Yugo players would love. But, man, honestly, Tyler, that almost looked like a fumble. Is that not a catch and run there? Hastings, surprised Dallas is not making a bigger stink about that, but the play was blown dead, so guess it can't be challenged.
From 50 yards out near the left hash. Snap spot. And Eric Ameru's kick is up and good for Cincinnati's first points of the game. Now 14-3 with under 2 to go here in the first frame of action. Check out Green Gridiron socials to see the unboxings of full-size UFL helmet replicas. They make it real, and so do all of you. For more info on all of the amazing products Green Gridiron has to offer, visit greengridiron.com.
Green Gridiron is they're teasing me. 20 teams to go. Come on, man. Where's our next batch, man? I gotta see these things. They are remarkable.
And they have looked really good. Got a chance to catch, rewatch the unboxings a little bit, and I'll tell you what, you could put those on in real life and wear them out in the field, and they look phenomenal. As that kickoff is going to go to the back of the end zone. No return here, as Dallas will come back out on offense. Smooth sailing, and they've been on the sideline for quite a bit here. Cam well rested, ready to go back on the attack.
Yeah, and you know what? Cincinnati's defense is well rested too. I mean, this game, in terms of total yards, 80-73. Dallas has 0 yards of rushing.
Duty on the interrupt, caught Lockley, a dangerous man, getting dangerously open again.
Rashad Lockley is just so good. It's him, it's Buck Wild in Miami, it's Mike Churchill in Milwaukee. What I've loved about the inaugural UFL season, Tyler, is we have gotten to watch these players blossom into their own identities. Mike Churchill's just a big body, deep threat. Buck Wild has a lot of yak yards, and Rashad Lockley's got the speed outside the numbers. That's the 3 different ways they use these 3 superstars around the league.
It'll be a run, middle, good blocking, and a great gain of about 8, maybe 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2.
You know why football is so successful in this country? Because if you are a big, giant man, all you want to do is assert your dominance and destroy other big, giant men. And that's what Dallas's offensive line did on that play.
Play action, linebackers checked up a bit, but they go back into coverage. Oh, what a pick! And back the other way go the Vultures. They're circling to the 30-yard line. And the Cincinnati Vultures get a timely turnover from Naisha Ingram.
Watch Ingram adjust her body to this football. She was behind the play and just rips it away from Neil Rivers, kind of shading inside. I hope we get another angle on that. That was right. Watch Ingram. Oh man!
Oh my gosh!
As that pass tried to get thrown right past her, Ingram, quick thinking to reach out and grab that one. Wow, Cincinnati back in business. That was one of the best picks of the year.
Ingram's 3rd interception of the season puts Cincinnati in the driver's seat, looking for a touchdown on play 1. You betcha! What a way to pay Ingram immediately off. Warren Murray from 30 yards out.
And there he is, the red zone magnet, Warren Murray, this time from a little bit more distance, and credit Murray. Look at him go into the sun just there at the last second as the sun sets here in Dallas, and the sun sets on one of these teams' seasons. Cincinnati does not want it to be them, and they're not going to wait until the 4th quarter tonight to try to make a comeback, Tyler. Down 14-0, quickly 14-10.
Gonna say, what an explosive first quarter we've had already. Couple of big turnovers and points coming off of them. Amaru's extra point is up and good with 14 seconds left of this quarter. Still more exciting action can happen then.
Still first quarter? That feels impossible. How many possessions have we had in this quarter? Man, beautiful facility here in Dallas. And I know these Talons fans want nothing more than to have a winner in this millennium in the great city of Dallas, Texas. And the Talons are trying to do that for them. They've got some championship pedigree from the Ultimate Football League days of old. But it's been a long time since the Dallas Talons were this relevant, and certainly the most relevant they've ever been now with the UFL on VFN.
But since season 11, we're in, catch me if I'm wrong, season 27? If I remember my UFL history right.
Yeah, 27 seasons before we came on.
Oh my gosh. Over San Jose, they also won their first one back in season 9, 50-28 over San Diego. And they're looking for championship number 3, and they'll start this drive with a 6-yard hitch route that takes us to the end of the first quarter. We've got a good one here in the East Conference semifinals. 14-10, Talons on top of Vultures.
You're watching the UFL playoffs on the Virtual Football Network.
What I would be concerned with, Tyler, with Dallas is that, you know, Neil Rivers has been pretty quiet. Rashad Lockley had the one catch. Did have a little in cut for a second grab, but, you know, Travius James has not really gotten going either. It's, you know, Charlie Elliott's got a couple of catches, but, and you really want more out of your stars in the big moments.
That's right side caught. That will be just enough for the first down as Duty's able to find third string tailback Taryn Walls out there. James.
Exactly what I'm talking about. You know, it's just trying to get these guys going. Lockley's now in the slot on first down.
Duty, middle of the triple coverage, swatted away by the woman who made the big pick on the last drive, Ingram.
You know what's interesting about that, Tyler, is I think he saw Lockley come open late, was looking at another receiver, ended up throwing right in between the two of them, almost caused another pick.
Run, great hole, still going, all the way down to just before the 30-yard line. Tre'Vius Drames to the 32. Largest run of the game for Dallas.
Up to 150 total yards now, and that is what James can do. You know, Dallas's running game a little bit more inconsistent than maybe a San Diego or a Dakota at the top of the picture, but they have the ability, and it's what makes Dallas so dangerous. They can beat you in so many different ways. It just depends on what you give them.
Tight end side formation. Delayed handoff, no. Play action. Duty with time to the end zone. Caught. Did he get both feet down? No. Lockley almost had it.
Oh, and Lockley got up, threw the football, and threw his hands in the air like he was able to pull it off. That's another close call we're not going to get a review of. Man, we've had a few of those here tonight.
Play action again here from Duty. Pressure coming, and it gets home. Second sack of the day from McDade.
Nigel McDade blowing up the party in the backfield. Let's take a look. Where is he on the line? He's on the right side, and wow, just a miss by that right tackle who let him right through. I don't know if number 71 is a self-checkout at a grocery store, but he did just about as much as that machine does on a regular basis. Or the people that stand there, too. What do they ever do?
I was going to say, he might turn into one of those checkouters here in a little bit. Duty, double coverage, flag comes in, Lockley stretching out for it. He says he's impeded, the refs agree, and that's pass interference.
And Dallas knows all about that because they gave up a 53-yard pass interference penalty to Milwaukee last week on 4th and 18, trying to defend Mike Churchill. That puts Dallas in the red zone.
Delayed play action now from the red zone, looking middle, caught to the 3-yard line. There's our first look at Neil Rivers, his first grab of the night.
Into the sun. This is a tough place to be. Brady Jr. with the stop. You could see that Cincinnati kind of pressing up a little bit. Look at this man press across the board.
And blitz coming from the near side. Duty right side, caught, open touchdown. Dallas stretch the lead back out again.
Man, how do you give that up? Isaiah Taylor, look at him in the back of the end zone. I mean, just completely lost as Cincinnati looked like they were playing a little bit of a zone defense, but man, bad zone defense. That is very disappointing for the Vultures, who had just scored 10 unanswered to make this a ball game. And Dallas, just like they did last week against Milwaukee when they needed their offense to respond, they did. Last week it was a 7-play, 75-yard drive for the game-winning score. This is 8 plays, 73 yards to put them back up by 2.
You know what I really like about Taylor's move there, Cam, is that he came forward from the back of the end zone. Had he stayed back there, that probably left linebackers able to come and swing over to try and cut off that football. Instead, he comes down closer to the quarterback to come up with the touchdown, and that gives Dallas an 11-point lead. And it's now up to Cincinnati to try and respond, and they've done a pretty good job last couple of drives to a touchdown and a field goal, and they'll need some more points here, and hopefully a good return from Pierce can grant them a little bit extra momentum.
I don't mind
Instead, he'll just
take a knee.
I don't mind the play call from Cincinnati there defensively. Cameron Duty's not a threat to run. He only had one carry last week for 15 yards. So it's not like he's going to scramble and get the touchdown there. And you saw Duty likes to hang in the pocket. But, you know, if you're in zone defense, you got to watch all 10 yards of that end zone. And Cincinnati's eyes were more on Duty than they were on the receivers.
First play of the drive, and that pass is caught near side, but nowhere to go for Thomas, tackled immediately after 4 yards.
Team is now 8 of 9 since that 0-4 start. Thomas's second catch, Hastings on the last stop.
2 DBs left trying to cover 3 wide receivers. Sheen with the blitz coming, just flip out left side, caught and hit immediately again. No room for these Wilds to make a play.
And it's not going to be seen in the box score, but Matt Green holding on to that catch is a lot more difficult than it might appear initially. I mean, to turn around and get a Talon flying at you that quickly is a challenge.
4-man rush, Shima trying to find somebody in time, but cannot. Brought down by Van Holten, and he halts that drive.
Van Holten talking trash to anybody that'll listen. He talked trash to 4 different people after that play, and I don't blame him. One of the best defensive linemen in the league. We see it with all 4 teams that are left standing, maybe less with Cincinnati than the other 3, but LA, Dakota, Dallas, they all have really tough defensive lines, and these sacks put you in second, third, fourth and long situations, and Cincinnati back on their heels.
Davis has been a busy punter here today. Another one, and another good one. As Dallas trying to make a return, it's a short little return. Good job from Davis to flip the field, and now Dallas will come out and take over, and their offense has done remarkably. We take a look at Duty's numbers, already 2 touchdowns already.
Cincinnati, no championship wins in their franchise history. They did lose to Los Angeles, their only appearance, 30-7 back in the Ultimate Football League days. And boy, they'd love to get back there.
Stretch play near side. James brought down, almost a desperation tackle on the near sideline. 8-yard pickup for James.
And now if you're Cincinnati, you know, you were down 14-0, but if you give up a touchdown here, you're going to be down by your largest margin of the day. Can't let this game get away from you.
Try and run through the middle and denied at the line of scrimmage. Linebacker comes up quickly. That's Robert Brady Jr.
He is unbelievable. 6'4", 263. The father to the son of Nathan Brady IV. Man, those two are a dynamic duo.
Play action on 3rd and short. Duty has all the time in the world and able to get this one to Neil Rivers and out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, I trust the 6'4", 240 Neil Rivers over 6', 204 Naisha Ingram any day. That's a really good matchup with the tight end on the safety. Cameron Duty recognizes it, and Neil Rivers comfortably on his own sideline getting the first down near midfield.
That was the same exact matchup that led to the pick as well, but Rivers is much more dangerous when he's on the move like he was there instead of standing tall and stagnant like he was on the earlier interception. 2 tight end look here for Duty as he's back to pass. Middle, and he just turfs it.
Anthony's got the right idea in the chat, looking to take advantage of this Hugo and make my player into a superstar. And he's right. You know, any opportunity, any broadcast here in the UFL is a chance to make your player better.
Wideout's right. Play action from the Talons. Trying to air it out to that side. That's caught by Lockley. A few yards short of the marker, and it brings up a 3rd and much more manageable.
A lot of play action tonight, a lot of long developing plays by Dallas. I think that they want to create separation for their stars deep down the field. Lockley's 3rd catch, it's working so far.
And what's crucial here, Cam, is they have the line to protect here on 3rd down. That's got by Lockley with room to work down the sideline and out of bounds at the 26-yard line, 15 yards after catch.
Okay, the play calling creativity has reached the back of the book now for Dallas. Little rub route there creates a lot of space for Rashad Lockley, and not even not even Robert Brady Jr., one of the league's best defenders, could bring him down as he's ushered out of bounds. Man, Dallas is rolling. I don't know how Cincinnati is going to stop these guys. They haven't done much of it tonight outside of Ingram's interception and a couple sacks from McDade. Lockley already over 100.
We're on middle gain as the Vulture rushing defense, meanwhile, has been very good. Brandon Morley in on the tackle there.
We only had 20 combined points in the first meeting between these two teams this season. We already have 31, and Dallas is on the move with 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Quick drop, quick hitter. Lockley is open on the slant. That's another first down for Dallas. No, they'll mark him just a half yard short.
What do you do? 5 for 116 for Lockley. Brady Jr. again having to make the stop with 4 tackles, and now Cameron Duty staring into the sun as he tries to deliver this ball for a first.
Duty underneath, caught again. This time by Freddie Grady, the opposite number to Rashad Lockley. First and goal, Talons.
Grady is going to be a top target in free agency for a lot of teams, I think. Unclaimed. Dallas is going to have to put him high on their priority board to keep him, and if they don't, Freddie Grady could be one of those players that we look at as a difference maker for a team that is trying to boost themselves ahead of the 2026 season. As Matt Chima can only look on. He's been on the sidelines for what feels like half the quarter.
Play action here from the 7-yard line. Duty gonna flip it out to his tailback, but it just sails over his head.
Yeah, that's just an inaccurate pass there from Cameron Duty. A little bit surprising there. Should have been an easy pitch and catch. And waltz into the end zone.
Second and goal. Heavy tight end look. Duty gonna try and roll, and it gets steamrolled in the backfield. Brady Jr. again in the thick of it.
Cameron Duty, watch Duty get turned around here. He almost tried to throw the ball away, look in the opposite direction. That's how Robert Brady Jr. can mess with your head. Cameron Duty had nowhere to go on that play, and surprisingly, Cincinnati's pressure has been their best weapon defensively in the first half.
Press coverage, flag flies in on third and goal. Duty to the end zone, it's knocked aside. Incomplete. They're going to say encroachment on the Vultures defense. Replay third down.
You cannot allow that to happen if you are Cincinnati. I mean, Wilson, you just can't do that. I mean, you have a chance to get off the field. Now you give Dallas another opportunity.
Press coverage again on this third down. Blitz coming. Duty right side. Caught. Makes a man miss his Rivers, but finally cleaned up at the 7-yard line. And that's a good stand from the Vultures, keeping it to a 2-score game potentially.
That is trust in your teammates on the back end. Watch Naisha Ingram tried to go for the pick, maybe a pick 6 to make a play, but knows that Pearson Pierce has her back on the back end, because if you're on an island out there, that's the last thing you want to do if you're Naisha. But she knew the play call, and was able to leave the tackling to her teammates.
From just under 25 yards out, Ruth's field goal is up and good. 24-10. Now your score here as Dallas make it a 2-touchdown lead. For UFL schedules, standings, stats, rankings, and more, visit the league website at UFL.football and claim your player today. You can help your favorite team succeed there too by just being a fan and declaring your fandom. YOUFL.football, the official home of everything UFL. And the great part about this league here, Cam, is you can join even today if you want to be a part of the championship game.
Yeah, get on. Going into the championship game with 3 days to go, go get yourself a chip, jump on the bandwagon. Whoever advances tonight, it's going to be interesting. And Tyler, I mentioned that it's kind of surprising that Cincinnati is doing it with their pressure, but they've kind of flown under the radar this season. Vegas got all the accolades. Los Angeles got all the accolades with Michaela Foraker, the MVP candidate. making all the plays in the backfield. But Cincinnati and Dallas are actually tied for second this season in the UFL in sacks. You don't think about Cincinnati being a big sack team because they have no one claimed on that defensive front. They've been one of the best in the league.
First pass is a good one, and out of the tackle goes Thomas up to the 38-yard line. Early first down to begin the drive.
Last time these two teams met, Cincinnati had 0 sacks against Dallas in that 14-6 loss. We're all kinds of different tonight.
That'll bring it to the 2-minute warning. Talons 24, Vultures 10. Vultures have the football looking for points here before the half. This is the UFL playoffs on the Virtual Football Network. Welcome back to the Dallas. I'm Tyler Falk. He's Cameron Irvine. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Pass, middle cut, and the Great S Conference playoffs rolls on. Ingram passed the first down marker up to the 49-yard line.
And Shima is now 11 of 12 since the 0-4 start as Cincinnati goes into the no huddle. Mack is feeling it.
Trips to his left. 4-man rush from Dallas. Shima has time, gets a crosser over the middle to the 31-yard line. Good pitch and catch, finding Murray. Drive continues.
Warren Murray up to 77 yards, and for Cincinnati, if you can get a touchdown, you've been trailing this entire first half. If you can get a touchdown and go into the half, only down 7, that's a huge momentum booster. But at the same time, Cincinnati wants to make sure that they don't score too quickly. We know that Dallas can take the top off this defense. They've already done it once tonight. They've done it so often this season. This is a very important minute and 20 left.
Shima again looking middle cut, turning and spinning around and getting off and getting on his horse, Matt Green. There's that speed that we keep talking about, Cam.
First down to the 14. Cincinnati in the red zone, and Mac Shima just will not miss. Again, like we talked about earlier in the half, Cincinnati's receivers are open. These are not contested catches they're making. Look, Mac's just standing there in the open field. I mean, they have been wide open all day long, and Mac's doing a good job of delivering the football to him.
56 seconds and counting. 1st and 10, pass underneath, caught. Little rub route working for Murray, and it's 1st and goal for the 3.
Down to 45 seconds, and I like that Cincinnati is not calling timeouts here because they don't want to give Dallas the football back with any more time than necessary. One-on-one top of the screen.
Shima trying to find somebody. Nobody's open. Down he goes. Jarek Briggs comes up with a sack, and Cincinnati's forced to call one of their timeouts.
Wow. Briggs, again, he's been kind of quiet this season, but he's coming on strong. Another one of these players on this team. He only had 8.5 sacks in the regular season, but another one of these players on the team that Dallas is going to have to think about, are they keeping him or letting him walk?
The big thing about playoffs, it brings out your best pass. Oh, a one-handed catch from Violet Thomas for a Cincinnati touchdown.
Wow. Thomas with the score in the back of the end zone. Now Murray, Thomas with scores. And you can look at that, the degree of difficulty there for Thomas as he turns on a little post route into the sun, gets into the shade, into the end zone, focuses on the football coming in. I'm telling you, this is a difficult place to make catches at this time of the day. And holy smokes, Mac Shima with 2 touchdowns in the first half, and Cincinnati makes it 24-17, only leaves Dallas 24 seconds left. The Vultures at no point in this season ever seem to want to go away. They are one of the toughest teams to get rid of. And Tyler, they had a 6-game losing streak in the midpoint of this season. After starting 6-0, it looked bleak for the Vultures. They have rallied. They have overcome even the Week 17 loss against Chicago, the league's worst record. They came out flat. They gave up 40. Things were not looking good going into the postseason, and they just have continued to find their stride. But with all that being said, they have not been the better team so far today. They got another half to prove it.
This entire season's been about comebacks for Cincinnati, about getting back to form, getting back in rhythm. And it seems that we're going to go into halftime here, only down by 7, which is a massive testament to this squad here on the road. As we take a look at Lockley, we go back to his earlier 50-yard bomb that really kicked off everything here tonight.
Yeah, just beat the press from Spencer, and you go back to those player ratings, and you talk about how important it is, to have as talented a players as you can, in every part of your team. That's an 88 press that Lockley beat. He's pretty talented.
20 seconds to go now. Pass caught Neil Rivers, and he's tackled out of bounds. That'll stop the clock at 16 seconds. Dallas still not done here yet. They still have all 3 timeouts.
Who's into Midas, Tyler? You have any idea? Very complimentary to you. The announcer needs to go pro and have my babies.
I haven't the foggiest idea who Indomitus might be. I appreciate the sentiment. I do, but that last part is reserved for my wife. Sorry, Indomitus, I'm already taken.
Believe it or not,
60
these two
seconds to
nerds
go.
are in fact married, and
We're not just voices on the internet.
That's right.
Pass right caught, and that is a good catch past the 40-yard line. 12 seconds to go, and it does look like he stepped out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 12 seconds.
it's a pretty good drive here for Dallas. Back-to-back plays out of bounds. 3 timeouts left. They can do whatever they want. Duty's going to spread everybody out, and they could, in a couple of plays, get a field goal out of this.
Looking middle, caught Rivers with 7 to go. There's the timeout from Dallas. And already just a very quick, very well executed drive to this point, already on the outskirts of field goal range.
253 yards in the first half for Dallas, 204 of that coming through the air. Rivers quickly up to 5 grabs for 45 yards. I think all of them have been in the second quarter.
Duty gonna fend off a blitz. Pass caught near the 40 out of a tackle, crucially. Getting out of the tackle, the 39-yard line, 1 second to go. Timeout called. Dallas might try a long field goal from this range.
Whoa, almost ran out of time there. That was insane. And now they have an opportunity to kick a field goal. No, they're going to go for it.
They want a touchdown. Only 1 second to go. This will be the final play of the half. Duty with time just gets rid of it. And they'll take the 7-point lead going into halftime. A good drive, but they can't finish. Might that cost them when we come back for the second half game?
Ruth's longest this season is 52. That would have been the 5th longest field goal in the UFL this season. We know that special teams can play a huge part in this, and I think Dallas didn't want to potentially risk a block in that situation. Instead, they take a 7-point lead in the half. Duty does not make a grave mistake trying to get greedy, and Corin Foxworth's fumble recovery for a touchdown, the difference in that half, or maybe it's Lockley's deep catch for 55 that was the difference in that half. Either way, Dallas had the 2 most explosive plays early on in this one, and they take the lead as a result, 24-17 to start the third quarter.
I will say, Cam, the Vultures have looked drastically different since that fumble, since that touchdown from Lockley, and they've looked a lot more composed, but they still find themselves in a hole. What changes have they made coming out of the locker room here for the second half? The Vultures will get the ball to start this second half and an opportunity to tie up this football game if they can put a drive together.
Oh man, it's no surprise, Tyler, that these we have another playoff game on our hands that has come down to the wire. These playoffs have been just insane around the UFL. We had Dallas winning 30-23 last week. Cincinnati coming all the way back to win 19-18. LA put up 42 on the number 1 seeded Salt Lake Hornets, won 42-35 in a shootout. We saw Tennessee recover 2 onside kicks in the wild card round, came 1 yard short against New York. This one is right alongside him right now.
Shima going to flip it out to his tailback here to begin the drive in the half, but nowhere to go outside was well covered. I believe that was Heim out there on the tackle.
Just 16 rushing yards today for Cincinnati. Tried to get Ingram involved in the pass game. He had 8 catches last week, but doesn't bear any fruit.
Run near side again. Nowhere to go. Again, it's Heim, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the good news for Chima is he's had a lot of open receivers. Has only thrown 1 incompletion since very early in the first quarter. They're going to go bunch to the right.
Chima looking for a wheel route. Caught! First down, T-Roy Gaines. First time we've called his name tonight, and he comes up with a big 3rd down catch.
What a special play call right there. Everybody splits off of that bunch, and T-Roy Gaines finds the open spot. You get 10 yards when you need 10. That's exactly how you want to execute on 3rd and long.
Some say that there's not a whole lot in the playbook to come up with in those 3rd and long situations. Cincinnati proving everybody wrong. Blitz coming here from Dallas. Underneath route is caught. Flag flies in. This will be a gain of about 4 or 5. Pending the penalty, it will be a holding call on Cincinnati. Yet another penalty that goes against the Vultures.
Cincinnati has been the more undisciplined team tonight, and that was right at the line of scrimmage. Makes it 1st and 20.
Blitz coming again here from Dallas. That one is caught near the 30-yard line. That'll get at least 5 or 6 of those yards back to the 31-yard line.
18 of 19, Tyler, for Mike Chima. It's unbelievable, and they're still trailing. Chima, who had a career-high 32 completions last week, says, what do I got to do?
Almost get picked off there is almost what he tried to do. Murray can't haul it in. Great deflection and nearly picked off the floor as a result.
Another 3rd down and long here for the Vultures. They need some magic.
Dallas does not send any extra pressure this time, allowing Chima to throw over the middle. Caught first down at the logo. First down, Cincinnati. Bylet Thomas, who came up with a touchdown inside of 2 minutes in the first half.
Never say die, Cincinnati. Even on the microscopic level of an individual game, Tyler, this is their identity. They feel most comfortable in 3rd and long. They feel most comfortable trailing by multiple touchdowns. It's uncanny. 25 passes now to just 5 runs because they can't get the ground game going.
From midfield, Chima has pressure. Screenplay right side. Good extra blocks picked up. That's a good gain on a screen of 8 yards for Ingram on the slide.
Now both teams up over 200 passing yards. Hastings on the stop.
2 wide receivers and a tight end lined up in the slot. Run middle. Ingram clobbered by Heim and company. Only after a few yards at best.
3rd down and 2. Haven't seen a lot of 3rd and short out of Cincinnati, but they're going to try to spread them out and create space.
And coverage on the outside. Chima going to look right side. Open, caught T-Roy Gaines. Didn't call his name the entire first half. Gets 2 massive 3rd down catches on this drive alone.
And again, Gaines able to get open. The 3rd down conversion of this drive. A pretty ball floats it right over Sheldon Hastings at 5'10", 178, but it wouldn't have mattered. Was not really in the vicinity playing, a softer zone. Gaines finds the hole, wins on the corner route. The drive continues.
Out from a Talon 24, blitz coming. Chima middle caught. And right now, Cincinnati taking a look at this blitz pressure and finding these open receivers. There's not a whole lot more defenders out there to try and cover these areas.
Dallas has not had the ball in the second half, right, Tyler? This is the opening drive over 5 minutes long?
That's correct. 5 minutes and 12 seconds and counting. From the 19, now inside the red zone. Chima, look out! Down he goes, Briggs again!
Well, Tyler, I would say that Cincinnati's probably upset about it, but I don't know. It's 3rd and 11, so they probably feel just fine. But Briggs continues to make his mark in these Great East playoffs. And did you see that, Tyler? Not only did he tackle him, it almost looked like he tried to punch him on the way down. That is a bad man.
Trying to send a message. But does Chima have a message for Dallas? That one is caught, trying to fight it off. Is Dante Lewis, but he can't get enough. 3 yards shy. Decision time now for the Vultures.
And with half the quarter gone, that feels like a win for Dallas. Mac Chima, who had been doing such a good job of throwing past the sticks, almost looked like he threw that early. It looked like that was going to be a little double move there from Lewis, Tyler, and Chima, maybe with happy feet after the Briggs sack, got rid of it early and didn't allow it to develop. We end up with 4th down.
From 34 out, that one is good. It's now a 4-point spread between Dallas and Cincinnati, 24-20. Coming up next, the Dakota Rhinos host the Los Angeles Aztecs in the Great West Conference Championship. Michael Turillo and Ramos Lynn have the call from South Dakota. It's next here on the Virtual Football Network.
Is that not a legendary crew or what? Coming up in
No
Sioux
kidding.
Falls, South Dakota. You know, they got a little bit of storms blowing in tonight. It looks like it's going to hold off and just be kind of cloudy, but man, it was dicey there. Tyler, looking at the weather forecast or whether or not we were going to have a lot of wind impacting that game. We're indoors here in Dallas, but it's a beautiful night for football in Sioux Falls.
And that it is. Ramos, a great analyst, and of course we'll mention Michael Turillo. Not only does broadcasting for us here on VFN, but when he's not broadcasting for us, he's actually broadcasting Bethune-Cookman college athletics, including football, has been featured on Barstool Sports among many other platforms. As we take a look at the pressure that Cincinnati, even in right now a losing effort, still plenty of time left to go, but they have gotten to duty a couple of times tonight.
And the team that gets the most pressure here in the second half might be the difference maker in winning this game.
Play action, seen a lot of this. Duty clobbered. Nowhere to go. Taken down by Cameron Bumpers.
Whoa, and bumping and grinding at the end of the play as well. Cameron Bumpers feeling it as Cincinnati is desperate to take their first lead of the game. Just beats his man one-on-one, and then Bumpers throws a fist out there as well to Cameron Duty's ribcage. These two teams, oh man, that looks like it hurt. These two teams, despite giving up a combined 44 points, they are hitting hard out there.
5 minutes to go now. 2 tight end look here for Duty. They'll go play action again. Looking left side. Good catch from Rivers. Crossing routes working to confuse the Vultures secondary, and Rivers picks up the long first down.
Man, that was a bit of a risky throw. Watch this drop in the bucket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different Vultures in the picture. But, you know, that's just reps, Tyler. That's just understanding and knowing where Rivers is going to be, how long it's going to take him to get there on that deep crosser. That was pitch and catch for Duty, and Rivers made it look easy.
Play action again. 3rd play in a row, and duffing it is Duty.
4:22 to go in the 3rd. It's anybody's game, Tyler. It really doesn't feel like either team has momentum. What is going to tip the scales here over the next few minutes?
Quick stop from Cincinnati would do that. 4th play action in a row. Cincinnati might be getting used to it, but they still can't stop it. To midfield go the Talons.
This is the most play action I think I've seen any team run all season long. Trying to get in Cincinnati's head because Travius James is such an elite back. Why not fake it to him every time?
Lockley alone on the far side of your picture. Vultures sensing a zone, and Dallas can't get it off in time. One of the first penalties we've seen tonight for Dallas.
Duty didn't know what he wanted there. He had a misalignment really heavy over to the right side. I thought they were going to try to run a stretch over there of some kind or use Lockley as a decoy, but yeah, Duty just a little discombobulated on that play, but still first down, plenty of time for Dallas.
Now back at their own 45, first and 15. Four-man rush, they'll try and draw middle, and with all those play actions, it catches Cincinnati off guard. 14.5 yards for James.
And not only that, but they put in Walls. It was Taron Walls who came in on just his second carry, so that was a complete misdirection there from the Talons.
Well, me in the booth, off guard. Blitz coming now from Cincinnati, pass near side, caught, and you wonder if Elliott did enough. No, he's still marked short.
That's Elliott's fourth grab. He has been used heavily as Dallas has used this two tight end set a lot. They're back at it again on third and short, trying to get the big boys in for James.
Buckley alone over the top. He gets behind his man, but they can't find him. And Cincinnati pick up the stretch play. Oh, they had Lockley alone, and they couldn't find him.
That is an unbelievable defensive stand from Cincinnati. It's first and 15. You give up 14.5 on a draw, and then you give up nothing the rest of the way. In fact, Dallas lost yardage. They are in fourth down, go for it territory. But after those three straight plays, I don't know if I would be okay with that for Dallas, and they're going to play it safe and punt it away. Cincinnati has an opportunity to take their first lead of the game.
Strong's been excellent tonight in punting. This one going to drop near the 4 and roll into the end zone. And that'll be down for a touchback. Cincinnati will get the ball at their own 20-yard line. Long opening drive this half here, Cam, and Shima able to lead his troops down to pick up a field goal. But they still find themselves down. He's going to have to do it again.
He's only 10 completions away from his career high that he set last week.
Pass middle caught on first down. That one goes for 5 yards. This is the UFL playoffs in the Virtual Football Network. And we welcome all of those joining us for the Great East Conference semifinals. The Great East Conference finals, the semifinals in the UFL playoffs. Championship game coming up this Friday. Shima middle, wide open receiver at the 45, spinning down to the 47 is Thomas.
And welcome to Gregory Hakeem as well, UFL.football, YOUFL.football, to check out our website, check out our teams, check out our great league, and hey, get on the bandwagon and get ready for 2026, or join our winners from tonight's games in the championship game on Friday. Would love to have you, and welcome to the channel.
Bunch on the right, and stiff arm out of one tackle, but not too far after that. A loss of 2 on first down. Roberts getting into the backfield. Let's take a look again, and that's what we're looking for. Roberts stays home, plugs the gap, gets the tailback in the nick of time. That is what Dallas needs, getting a little bit more pressure in the backfield. Last play, potentially, of the quarter is a play action rollout for Chima. Just floats it right side for Gaines, who's able to pick up the yards lost on first down, but no further. It'll be 3rd and 10 when we come back for the fourth quarter of the semifinals. Talons 24, Vultures 20. You're watching UFL playoffs on the Virtual Football Network. Strap yourselves in. One more quarter to go. Tyler Falk, Cameron Irvine here with you. Pass underneath on 3rd down. Denied by Hybe, and it's 4th and 10.
Another huge defensive stop for the Dallas Talons. Every time Cincinnati gets a little bit of momentum, Dallas has a response, whether it be that 8-play, 73-yard drive that stopped the 10 unanswered from Cincinnati in the first half, or that defensive stop there. And that particular play, Tyler, looked like the play on 3rd and goal at the 8 the last time these two teams played. Dallas won 14-6. Cincinnati had an opportunity late in that game to potentially tie it, and Matt Green's attempt was swatted away on 3rd and goal at the 8. Ultimately, Cincinnati did not score on that drive and lost that game. 11:51 to go. Rashad Lockley did not have a catch in that 3rd quarter, Tyler.
No, he did not. He was stymied, and he was open on the last play of the drive, but Duty could not find him.
Now as they come back to the line, only ahead by 4. They try and go to the ground game. Near side, got a couple of blocks. And James able to scamper for 9 yards.
Mac Chima in the chat asking why aren't we running the ball? And I don't blame him. Cincinnati has kind of drifted away from that run tonight. They've moved the football, but just 16 rushing yards on the night compared to Dallas's 73.
Going to the inside, Duty looking middle, that's caught, first down. To near the 40-yard line, a pickup of 10 for Charlie Elliott. It's the second string tight end that has been featured heavily for the Talons. Rivers playing second fiddle.
5 for 52 and almost matching Rivers' numbers here tonight. Dallas has gone heavy on Cincinnati, and it's working.
Heavy pressure, that's caught, and paying for it is Grady, but he grabs 9 yards for his troubles.
Wow, that was a heavy hit over the middle, and Grady's been a little quiet today. Naisha Ingram with a brutal hit as Cincinnati's defense once again has to step up.
Oh. Middle, down and incomplete. Safety coming up and denying that one. They actually say that might be Cornell Spencer, the corner, who drifted inside.
Man, oh man, Dallas back-to-back drives struggling on second and short. Here's a 3rd and 1. Run the ball.
Instead, they do run, but Cincinnati's all over it. Tackle whoever pushes them forward, but still a yard behind. Cincinnati's defense holds firm again.
Like I said, Tyler, pass the ball. I mean, it's just not, it's not open up for Travius James pushed forward by Bumpers. We're going to get a look down the sideline. Whoa, that is close. And what is Dallas going to do? They're going to play it safe again. They're trusting their defense. Back-to-back opportunities to go for it in a 4th and short situation. And Dallas punting, hoping their defense can get a stand. That one out of bounds at the 19.
Good punt there from the Talons punter, strong. And the big thing there is we've had a lot of those close calls for Dallas. No red handkerchiefs, no challenges from Dallas. They're trusting the ref's decision, and they're trusting their defense. Only 3 down linemen here to begin the drive, 3-3 nickel formation. As Chima looking underneath, that one's knocked aside, incomplete. Carter Brooks with the deflection.
That's the 34th pass for Mac Chima tonight, and it's pretty surprising. Cincinnati this regular season, they had the 4th lowest numbers in terms of carries. This team loves to chuck it.
Chima, left side, it's picked! Jordan Palmer forces the first interception out of Chima, who has 2 turnovers tonight.
I gotta say, Tyler, I thought Cincinnati was gonna catch that ball. I mean, that looked like about as perfect of a throw that you can have for Mac Chima down the sideline, and he had Matt Green streaking down the field. That's the matchup you want, and then just to look at the feet here to make sure that Palmer was in. The keister was also in. The elbow was in. Everything was in. You look at Duty's second half numbers, 6 of 8 for 52 yards after that brilliant first half. Once again, Cincinnati's offense unable to take advantage of an opportunity to take the lead.
And not to put any blame on Mark Green, but he's now in 2 games against this Dallas team. Shifty move out there on the outside for Dallas's tailback Walls out there. But look at the game that they played earlier in the season. He wasn't able to get the touchdown. Now unable to go up for it and get that football on second down and leaving an interception on the table. Dallas right now taking full advantage. Duty, middle, caught, Rivers taken down by his shoestrings at the 28-yard line.
Rivers again matched up with Naisha Ingram, and the last time these 2 teams played, Matt Green 3 catches for 19 yards. In fact, T-Roy Gaines was the big breadwinner for Cincinnati, 9 for $120. He's been a little quiet today. It's Dallas's physicality. It's Dallas's strength up front with that 2 tight end set that has really been hammering Cincinnati's defense. And you see Mac Chima, he's in his head right now. You can feel the pressure that he feels running this offense today.
Oh, blitz coming, Duty out of the sack, looking near side, it is caught on the sideline. They'll say he was out of bounds. Oh, what a play from Duty though to escape the sack.
Holy smokes, Cameron Duty, who has been brutalized in the backfield for much of the day, nearly comes up with a phenomenal play, but just couldn't get the timing right.
Play action. They gave Lockley a lot of respect on the near side. Looking the other way. Caught inside the 5. Goes Charlie Elliott. Have a day, young fella. First and goal, Dallas.
Charlie Elliott, 2 catches the last time these two teams played. Who is this guy? Elliott in the regular season, 17 catches for 183 yards. Look at the route. Beautiful camera angle there as you see the ball floating over Ford's head. Charlie Elliott having the game of his life. He could be someone that could be a top free agent target for a team looking to improve this season. Man, he is showing out.
First and goal from the 4. Under 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Duty, middle, open as Rivers. Flag flies in late. It's pass interference on Cincinnati, so it won't matter. Touchdown, Talons.
That penalty is declined.
And right back to a 2-score game again. They are so close, Tyler, but Dallas is refusing to allow Cincinnati to come back in this game. What a response. The defense gets an interception. Your offense gets points off of it, averaging over 10 yards a play in just a couple of minutes' time. And now Chima is trying to rally his offensive troops. One more comeback, Cincinnati. That's what he's telling them. One more, guys, to get to the big championship game on Friday in Vegas.
Speaking of that championship game in Las Vegas, it all comes down to it. Friday, October 3rd from Las Vegas, the 2025 UFL Championship will kick off at 8 p.m. Eastern with Eric Vincent on play-by-play, Josh Zirkle on analysis, Chris Curtis, and yours truly, Tyler Falk, from the studio at Cameron Irvine, breaking everything down from VFN Studios. Who will be crowned the first UFL champion? Find out Friday, right here on the Virtual Football Network. Kickoff taken down to the end zone, down for a touchback. Vultures, what do you got? You gotta do it again, down by 11. You were down 15 points last week in the quarterfinals. You gotta do it again. 2-score deficit. What can the Vultures pull out of the bag of tricks? First, it's a pass underneath. Good drive starter. Murray pick it up a couple.
And we'll see if Cincinnati, because a field goal could make it a 1-score game. We'll see if they're in no huddle right now. No, not just yet. We'll see when that kicks in for Cincinnati. I believe it would be under 6.
Flip out left side, caught Ingram on the run. First down, yardage, and more, up to the 43-yard line. Just keeping things composed. Chima's not having to force any passes just yet.
And Dallas is going to give that up. Dallas has the advantage right now. They're up by 11. Another game this season where the Talons have scored over 30 points. The danger for Dallas right now is that you give Cincinnati any kind of confidence that they will be able to come back. I think the most important thing for Chima right now is to just stay composed and just push the ball down the field quickly, but at the same time without unnecessary haste.
Another short route, caught and down is Ingram, 4 yards.
Progress Bar Clippy says Cincinnati is cooked. Now that's a username, that old Microsoft Word mascot.
You're probably asking, would you like some help formatting this? And right now, Chima with plenty of time formats a pass that's caught. Plenty of room run on the sideline for Ingram inside the Talon 30-yard line. And surprisingly, even though Dallas was backing off, Cincinnati taking full advantage.
What was that? Out of Dallas, Ingram was wide open, and Chima probably the 5th read on that route. And now with under 6 to go, Cincinnati in the no huddle.
Chima looking for time. Oh, what a block from Ingram, but still Chima can't find anybody. Time with the eventual sack.
Oh, man, one of the best blocks of the year wiped away as Al Ingram takes the legs out of Ryan Van Holten, but Cincinnati can't think about it right now. They got to go.
Loss of 12. 5:05 to go. Chima left side caught. T-Roy Gaines out of bounds to the 34-yard line. Clock continues to roll.
And Chima, 32 of 42 last week, 31 of 40 now, trying to top his career high. It's just unbelievable playoff performance from Mac Chima.
3rd and long, looking for the out route, caught near the 21. Still short, 4th and 3, Vultures gotta go.
How did Byleth catch this pass? Defended by Sheldon Hastings. Wow, that ball thrown inside. Thomas makes the play. They could go for it. They are in 4th and short territory. They're also in no huddle, down 2 scores. A field goal makes it a 1-score game. They're going to kick it and play defense. A 38-yarder coming up.
From the left hash. Snap, spot, kick is up. It is good. Step 1 complete from Amaru. Now it's up to the defense.
And the Hugo numbers are flying tonight. That's our 17th called number. And, of course, tonight, if you got a card and your best card's got 12 numbers on it, well, man, you just got 12 points just like that. As we wind down the final couple of nights of the inaugural UFL season, Cincinnati has not led in this game. They have been fighting tooth and nail since they got down 14-0 on a Corn Foxworth fumble recovery for a touchdown. And they just need one more stop to give themselves one more chance, or Dallas could shut the door as they have done seemingly on repeat tonight.
Kickoff will be taken down in the end zone. How eerily similar is this, Cam? Cincinnati down by 8 to Dallas, looking for another stop. Oh my goodness, the parody.
Man, that is crazy, because we have seen oftentimes the second or even third matchup of the season go completely different, and here we are, just like you said, right back in the same spot.
Run going nowhere for James, maybe a couple yards at best. Credit the O-line for pushing forward just enough.
Cincinnati has done a really nice job on James tonight. The secret weapon for Dallas has been Charlie Elliott. Rashad Lockley completely disappeared from the box score in the first half, but not Elliott.
Delayed rush coming, but Duty able to get it off in time for Rivers. 3rd and short again for Dallas.
On the ready.
Unbelievable. What a moment.
Just 2 yards to go. Or 2 yards for a stop. James hit once, hit twice. Cincinnati get it done.
Robert Brady was there first, and then Shakir Iyer comes up to make the unbelievable play. Look at Cincinnati's penetration. It started with Brady, and then look at the pursuit. This is what Cincinnati does. The pursuit to the football outside the tackles. 2 of them running up to him to join the defensive lineman. That's Pierce. That's Ingram. Look at Ingram trying to put a helmet on the football to jar the ball loose. Cincinnati swarms, and the battle of the birds comes down to this with 2.5 to go in the 4th.
Punt is away. Strong has been very strong tonight punting. This one gonna bounce into the back of the end zone, however. And so Cincinnati with 2 minutes and 23 seconds have to go 80 yards to get a touchdown, and they'll need a 2-point conversion. It's all on the shoulders of that man, Mac Chima. Already interception and a fumble tonight. Gotta be perfect here when it matters most. Deep shot, open receiver just overthrew him.
Oh, wide open, Tyler. Couldn't believe it. He was just, oh man, what a missed opportunity. Last time Cincinnati was here, they came up 8 yards short. Oh, that would have drastically helped their chances.
2nd and 10, might not get another gift like that. Flip underneath, T-Roy Gaines is only gonna gain about 3 or 4. They gotta get back to the line. 3rd and 6 coming up. They might not get back to the line before we hit the 2-minute warning.
And that's a new career high for Chima in completions.
There it is, 2 to go in the first of 2 semifinal games here on VFN. Hold on to your hats. Here we go.
Third down, Chima underneath caught. First down, Warren Murray to the 30-yard line.
And Grant, quickly, your Yugos confirmed vertical down the middle. Congrats on the win. Cincinnati moves the chains at the 30. Gotta go.
Still have all three timeouts without left side. Ingram gonna try and tuck it and run. Good juke move. He's gonna get pushed forward. That's gonna be 9 yards. Still short of a first down. No timeouts yet. They won't call him until under a minute.
Ingram's 8th grab for 73 yards has been terrific out of the backfield tonight.
Bunch formation near side. Vultures have loved going to this formation all game. Chima, left side, open this time. T-Roy Gaines on the run inside the 40 of the Talons, down at the 39-yard line and out of bounds.
36 completions now for Chima, and that's huge because it stops the clock and helps preserve Cincinnati's timeouts. The Vultures, you always want those resets, Tyler, and now Cincinnati gets to reset with the ball out of bounds. They have all three timeouts, and you don't want to take them too early. It'll probably be sub 40 on the clock, so still a few more plays that Cincinnati can get off before they even have to think about it, and they're already at the Dallas 39.
Shotgun, Chima, pressure coming, gets it out in time. How did he get that pass off for Gaines, who comes up with a 6-yard completion?
Tyler, the UFL record for completions in a game is Albuquerque's Dennis Tolbert with 39. Chima's only 2 away from that, under a minute to go as Cincinnati tries to do it again.
Trips left, Chima, middle, open, caught inside the 10. T-Roy Gaines, first and goal, Vultures.
And look where they are, Tyler, 9 yards away. They were 8 yards away in the meeting earlier this season. Oh, the drama.
35 seconds, Chima, looking, middle, touchdown, Cincinnati!
Unbelievable. The Vultures never quit. Chima over the middle to the guy that was short on third down in a critical moment earlier in the game. What a phenomenal look for Dante Lewis. And now they get to go for 2 to tie the game like they didn't get to last time.
31 seconds, Chima, time, it's evaporating.
Nobody's
Still
open.
got time, Chima can't get rid of it, tucks it and runs, he lost the fumble, and no, they don't get it done. The Talons come away with a 2-point conversion stop. Here comes the onside kick. Still's got to cover this one.
Just couldn't find anyone open. You saw Jeremiah House, who came up with an unreal touchdown last week and just could not find anybody open. Dallas was all over that. Now Cincinnati has to recover an onside kick for a potential game winner. Remember, Cincinnati in back-to-back playoff games has won it on a game-winning field goal. Once in overtime and once at the end of regulation against New York. They need to recover this onside kick to have a chance to do it for a 3rd straight week and go to the UFL championship.
It may come down to this. Off the leg of Amaru. This one bobbled, but recovered by Neil Rivers at the 44-yard line. Cincinnati have all 3 timeouts. Dallas still need a first down.
Yeah, Dallas going to have to get the first, but what a play by Rivers to recover that. That was very close to being a Cincinnati recovery as it hit the foot of the up man. And Mac Anthony asking, he was literally open to run and just stood there. So depending upon a quarterback build, depends on how often or how quickly a quarterback will tuck it and run and escape the pocket or look for someone to get open downfield. Mac Chima is kind of an in-betweener in that way. And Duty is a pocket passer to the extreme. Look at this, first down.
Play action, gonna try and tuck it and run for the first down. He goes down inside the 40. He's gonna be close to field goal range. It takes off time off the clock. Cincinnati forced to burn one.
That was a pretty awesome play there, Tyler, at a first down, because when you think about it, you're drawing out the play and wasting time. The coaches are probably telling Cameron Duty, only throw it if you think that somebody is just drastically open, but otherwise just stand there and burn clock.
Took off 9 seconds. Play action again here from Duty. Gonna try and look over the middle. Deflected. Saving a timeout is Pearson Pierce.
Whoa, and I think Duty thought he had a wide open receiver, but now the clock stops. And on 3rd down and 4, Cincinnati could have their moment here.
The run game has not been working here late. They try and run again. Down again at the 39. Second timeout called. Dallas are going to have to punt.
They did not kick a 56-yard field goal in the first half when they had the opportunity. 14 seconds left. Cincinnati might have just given their offense another opportunity.
No, 4th down. Dallas gonna go for it. For all the marbles to go to the ship. Run, 1st down. Travius James sends Dallas to the UFL championship.
The Stones, Tyler, 4th and 5. We're not gonna give Cincinnati a chance to pull off heroics again. We're gonna do it ourselves. One of the most gutsy 4th down attempts and conversions in the UFL this season. It might have been the biggest. Cameron Duty victory formation. The Dallas Talons, for the first time in many, many years of Ultimate Football League competition, are going back to the ship.
What a stand by that offense. Dallas is headed to Vegas. And who will join them? Will it be Los Angeles or Dakota? That game coming up after ours. But what a start to the semifinal night. Cameron Irvine couldn't have asked for a better game.
Man, Dallas never trailed. They jumped out to that 14-0 lead. The Chima fumble, the Foxworth return, he won the player of the game, and that was ultimately the difference. Cincinnati has a lot of heart, and I look forward to seeing what this team does in the offseason. They got to figure out how to get the ground game going a little bit more. But I tell you what, Mac Chima delivered in the second half. He was spectacular. They just came up a little bit short, and they're going to that 2-point conversion try is going to haunt them for a couple of months here in the offseason.
Hey Cam, how about them Talons coming away with a 31-29 win to send them to the UFL championship. What a game. We hope you enjoyed it. For Cameron Irvine, I'm Tyler Falk. We'll see you later tonight with Ramos Lynn and Michael Torillo on the call from Dakota. We'll catch you next time. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Woo! Unbelievable. That is A+ high stakes drama right there. No, oh, I am.